professional footballer with Leicester City. I was 17 years old and I was arrested on the 28th of February 1979 for murder. The shooting of a British soldier down the Abercorn Road area in Derry.
Yeah.
Why I was arrested, I'll never know. Why they picked me, I will never know. That is a $6 million question. Even the dogs in the street knew we didn't do it. And that's as plain as I can put it. I see Gary Lineker and the career he's made for himself, and I can't stop thinking that that could have been me. Instead, I spent 20 years on the run for murder as an innocent man.
After nearly 2 decades on the run, all charges against Jerry McGowan have been dropped, and he is now free to embark on a journey to revisit the people and places he once knew. In 1979, 16-year-old Jerry was an apprentice footballer for Leicester City alongside another young hopeful, Gary Lineker. This is the first time he has been able to come back to the now derelict Filbert Street Stadium.
I just feel what might have been, like, you know, like a graveyard in ways, you know. I left my dream here and walked into a nightmare. It would be so much different if I'd played 10, 12 years here and come back and reliving, you know, different memories. Instead, you're coming back and you're saying, what might have been like. I can't help thinking too, like, the people around the club here that knew me, and what did they think when they read in the local paper, Leicester Mercury here? I think the headline was, young Leicester City midfielder up in murder charge in Northern Ireland. What did those people think of me?
Both Jerry and Gary Lineker were given professional contracts shortly after arriving at Leicester.
It's an unbelievable feeling. Like, this is what I've dreamt of since I was a child. I can vividly remember kneeling on my bed at home when I was 10, 11, 12, asking to be given this chance, and I had it.
Playing in the same boys' club as Jerry in Northern Ireland was Paul Ramsey. He trained alongside Jerry and Gary Lineker and was also signed by Leicester. He went on to play professionally for 17 years.
Oh yeah,
I didn't think it.
Sit down. You alright? Nice to see you. Many happy memories, many sad memories. Yeah, it was a big talent that was lost over here, and I think the coaching staff realised it, you know. And as you say, talking about Gary Lineker, you probably thought, God, I could have been playing alongside him, I could have been here.
Lineker has haunted me for the last 23 years. Every paper, every time I turn on the television.
Ah,
you know,
because of that memory, it's
yeah, and that was what might have been. You know, that I suppose the fame and that he's made, and such a big star that he was, to think that I was alongside on a par with him at that time, and probably I was a better prospect.
And you were indeed. You know, I mean, Gary the first to admit that his talent as a ball player, and that wasn't.
Yeah, he was a goal scorer.
Yeah, he was a goal scorer. He was a goal scorer. He used his pace and got on the ball.
Yeah. So
but you're a completely different player from him. But well, much more talent on the ball.
Whilst playing at Leicester, Jerry lived in digs with the rest of the young players. Now aged 41, he has not been back for 23 years.
This is the room, yeah. Yeah. And even standing here now, I can almost feel Gary Lineker maybe coming up the stairs to meet me, and I can remember at one stage when I permed my hair, and I can remember sitting on the bed and Gary Lineker coming into the room, and of course I'd been getting a slagging all day about this perm, which was all the fashion at the time among soccer players, like. And but Gary, along with all the others, but with mainly Gary, started slagging me, and they never let up. It's amazing too. You always got girls hanging around here. All the local community obviously knew this was the young Leicester City player's house, and you'd always get girls knocking or girls waiting around, or so. There was some attraction here. No, I never left my room now, but I spent lonely nights here too. Like, I can remember crying myself to sleep sometimes, and I couldn't believe how strongly the homesickness hit me. If I wasn't in the room here, I was usually down on the phone, ringing home, which didn't help.
After 7 months in Leicester, mission to return home for a break.
The day I decided to leave Leicester, I can remember wondering, was I making the right decision? And small things that could have gone wrong did go wrong, like forgetting my train tickets, and my suitcase burst open at the airport when I eventually got there, and missing a taxi, and a friend had to eventually drive me there. I can distinctly remember saying, someone's telling me not to do this, not to leave here today. I think now I should have listened to that voice in my head, and instead I went back to Derry, into a nightmare really.
Jerry's home was on the Creglin estate in Londonderry, Northern Ireland. He hasn't lived here for 23 years.
I still have a knot in my gut, just being back. I still feel quite nervous when I come back. I just can't explain it. I suppose it's a whole lot of great memories, but they're tainted then by what happened to me. It's weird. We're sitting here and nobody appearing at the door, like, normally my old man would be out there, come on, you coming in, or... It's strange, alright. How it looks so much smaller now than... Of course, when you're a kid, everything seems much bigger.
Since the death of his parents, Jerry has rented out the family home.
Nothing's changed, Jerry?
Nothing much changed, no. Yeah, it's just strange not to see wee Jerry sitting there, my father. Come on, strange to me.
I miss your mother more.
Oh, my, yeah.
Oh, her mother was great.
The heart and soul of the party, yeah.
Well, she said you phoned her every
New Year's Eve, yeah. I always did every New Year's Eve.
And then she'd get drunk and says we kept crying about her one and only son.
I hadn't been back for just a few months. As I remember, it was Ash Wednesday morning, the 28th of February 1979, at about, I think it was 6:40 in the morning. And I woke up and heard this banging and thuds on the door and downstairs and running up the stairs, and he said, what the hell is this? And I woke to 3 or 4 British soldiers standing over the bed and a few RUC men. It wasn't abnormal around the Derry area for the British soldier RUC to raid houses, and arrest people. But I didn't expect it, I didn't really expect, you never expect it to happen yourself. But the minute I said I was Gerald Kieran McGowan, they said we're arresting you under Prevention of Terrorism Act under suspicion of being a terrorist. And even then, I didn't, as far as I was concerned, sure, this is really a joke, this is, And in a strange way, when I was being led out to the Land Rover, it was as if this was my rite of passage as a young man in this area, that now I could tell the boys I was arrested and what did he say? And, I've gone through this experience, and because I had it never entered my head that I wouldn't be coming home again. When I got into the Land Rover, a neighbour here, Jerry Kelly, he was sitting in the car, and a very funny story was his mother gave him £1 as he was leaving the house, and suggested that he bring buns, cakes up for the breakfast later on. And he never came back for 22 years. Basically, he wasn't So it was a long time before he brought those bombs.
Jerry was taken to the Strand Road police station in Derry. On March the 1st, 1979, he signed a confession, falsely admitting that as an IRA volunteer, he took part in the murder of a British soldier.
This was it now, this. In 79, there was one crime I was involved in. But unfortunately, I was the victim, and it took place in there. It's just, I just can't stand even so close here. It makes me very, very nervous. I'm a grown man and I shouldn't be standing here crying. Those bastards ruined my life. And they're probably in there laughing at me now. And I don't want to stand here crying while they laugh at me. We were put in the individual cells, and then I can't remember exactly how long, but after perhaps an hour or so, I was taken then up to an interrogation room and questioning me about my age and my school and my parents' names, yeah, just general questions. Until at some stage then, they started mentioning the fact that they had reason to believe that I was involved in the murder of a British soldier. They were asking me to sign statements involving myself in the shooting of a soldier in the Abercorn Road area of Derry here on Valentine's night, 14th of February 1979. He was shot at 6, I think it was 6:56. Thanks be to God, it was Valentine's night. I was preparing to go and meet my girlfriend. So I knew exactly my movements that night. I had so many people that could vouch for the fact that I wasn't what they were suggesting I was.
Jerry was arrested along with 3 other teenage boys from the Cregan estate, Gerard Kelly, Michael Toner and Stephen Crumlish.
I thought the others were involved, and I was bad. I started worrying then, it started to get to me. There was a good cop, bad cop. Believe me, that's the way they do it. What I found the hardest to take was the mental torture. You know, the fact that they were threatening to rape my sister. One particular detective said he would take great personal